Hi guys, it's Pamela Naturals back with another video. In this video, I'm just coming out to you to give you an update on the no comb challenge for those that joined me the 1st of January 2021 on a no comb challenge. So we're just going to be using our hands, or we've been only using our hands to handle and detangle our hair, etc. But also I just wanted to come up here and share with you how I maintain my natural hair when I've got extensions. Now I'm not sure if you guys can hear, but it's actually raining, so I'm not sure if the audio will be as good for the video, but fingers crossed you can still hear me okay. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So for those that are with me when it comes to the no comb challenge, we're doing it for 3 months and it started on the 1st of January 2021. If you haven't joined yet, it's not too late. Please join us. And for those that are in it, let's keep going. So for the challenge, we're pretty much just, doing away with combs, brushes, tools pretty much, and using our fingers to handle our natural hair. And for some people where it's a challenge to not use a comb or a tool with your hair, we're using extensions or long-term protective styles to just keep our hair untouched for lengthy periods of time. At the minute, I've had these extensions in for I think 3 weeks at the time of recording, but when you see this video it'll be about a month. So yeah, if you don't want to stress too much about, oh my gosh, how do I handle my hair without combing it or using a brush or whatever, just put it in a protective style, a long-term protective style, and then you eliminate that problem for some time, or at least a month. And then when you are ready to take your extensions out, you can use a comb or go to a hairdresser that does your hair and then put it back into a protective style like this. For me, when I take these out, I will be using my fingers to, wash my hair, detangle my hair, and put it into the next style that I intend to do for, the 3-month period. I'm actually thinking that I may or may not actually extend it to longer than 3 months because, guys, the benefits of not touching your hair are immense. They're, off the charts. A lot of the times we think products are what actually bring health to our hair, which they do. I'm not, just bashing products, but a lot of the times the techniques and the methods that we use to take care of our hair, they are actually more important than what we do or what we use in our hair. So definitely consider if you haven't already. Now, one of the biggest questions that people ask me when it comes to having a long-term protective style is just how to maintain your hair and maintain your scalp for long periods of time, especially without having to wash your extensions. And I'm about to give you guys a bomb recipe to manage itch and to, keep flakes at bay, keep your hair moisturized while in protective styles, and prolong your wash days if that's what you want. So for me, I found that this particular mixture has helped me just have zero itch. My hair does not itch at all. And I haven't had a need to wash it yet. So I figure I'll probably be washing my extensions and my hair round about the 1 month mark into my protective style. If you're doing the no comb challenge without using extensions or without using long-term protective styles, that's fine. Just make sure that your hair is, protected and left alone, and you're not in there, dealing with your hair and handling your hair over and over again, because that can encourage breakage and tangles and dryness and, all the stuff we're trying to stay away from. So, hair maintenance while you've got extensions. The number one thing is to make sure your hair does not dry out. And the next thing is to make sure that your scalp is clean and nourished, and, you're not drying out your hair and you're keeping flakes at bay. I like to keep things simple. And I like to have this spritz bottle with me to help me maintain my hair. What do I have in there? Plain water, just water. and it's warm water, almost hot actually, because I'm going to actually be putting my conditioner into this bottle. Now at the minute I have been using TGIN's leave-in conditioner, daily moisturizer, sorry, and it's a bit thick. So I don't want it getting stuck in my extensions or, not really getting into the hair. So the idea is to try and make a watery mixture into in that bottle so that it can, penetrate the hair a little bit better. And to do that, I'm just gonna grab maybe 2 or 3 dollops of this leave-in conditioner. And I'm just gonna, force that in there. Squeeze that into the bottle. It's obviously way better if you've got a pump container for your leave-in, but this is what I've got. So next I'm just gonna shake this really hard to try and melt that leave-in conditioner. I guess that's the other reason that I use warm water, even close to hot water, because I want that to really melt into the, I want the leave-in conditioner to melt into the water. It does take a few shakes, but we'll get there. So I've been able to break down that leave-in conditioner as much as I can. I still have some particles in there. I don't know if you can see, but those will melt away in a few minutes. Next, you want to grab your favorite oil. Now, I will discourage anyone from using things like castor oil because it can be a little bit on the thicker side and can be a little bit tricky to get out of the spritz bottle. So I use olive oil. You can use coconut oil or whatever other oils you like. And I just place, a good amount into the bottle. I'm gonna give that another good shake. Finally, I'm gonna go in with a couple of essential oils, and I'm gonna use peppermint oil, lavender oil, and also tea tree oil. And the peppermint and tea tree are absolutely paramount to add to this mixture because they're the ones that help with, reducing flakes, reducing itch. They're antimicrobial, so they'll pretty much keep your scalp clean and feeling fresh, and all those things we like to have when we're having a long-term protective style. So I use quite a bit of peppermint in a lot of concoctions, and it's almost running out, but I pretty much go in and put a few drops in there. Now, you don't have to get pedantic about how many drops to put in there, but I'll say maybe, 7. Next, I'm gonna add the tea tree oil. And then lastly, I'm gonna add lavender oil. Lavender oil is optional, but I love to put it in there because it can act as a preservative, especially if you're gonna keep this for a little bit longer. So, and it smells great. And it's got other properties as well. So, it's a win-win situation. That smells yummy. Shake. That's pretty much it, guys. This is my concoction that I use to moisturize my hair every other day. As you can see, that leave-in conditioner has melted away completely, which is super, good. And this normally lasts me for the week. And I like to apply it every other day because I do not want to give my hair a chance to flake. I want to keep my hair really moisturized, and the time that I take these out, it'll probably be, feeling soft and, not brittle or dry and breaking, etc., which is pretty important because we don't want our hair obviously to break after we've spent so much time, protecting it. I also would advise for you to put it when you're going to bed, simply because sometimes the essential oils are a little bit strong and they need a few hours to just seep into the hair and become a little bit more subtle. I have learned this the hard way where I've applied this to my hair first thing in the morning and everybody can smell mint in the office. So I mean, it's not a bad thing, but you know, if you just don't want to have that, you know, really strong minty smell in the morning, then yeah, put it on at night. So guys, if you haven't noticed already, what we've done by adding water, a leave-in conditioner, an oil and essential oils is that we are hydrating the hair, we're sealing the hair, and we're taking care of the scalp at the same time. It's really cumbersome to try and, you know, hydrate and then try and seal in that moisture into the hair and then try to do your scalp care. So I find this to be really simplistic and easy to do. And also because it's liquidy, it can seep through the hair quite easily. So I'm just going to show you what my hair looks like because it's due to be moisturized. And then I'm going to go ahead and show you how I put it all in. And yeah, it smells so good, and it really just keeps all my itchiness and all my flakes at bay. If you are worried about your extensions not having a fresh smell, you can spritz this onto your extensions, and I like to do that maybe twice a week. And I'll just go in, you know, and just refresh my extensions as well. And I like to just work that concoction into the hair. It smells super fresh already. It's like really minty. So if you don't like mint, you might not like this. But again, you know, put it on at night, and you know, in the morning it'll be way subtler. And if you're at home, you can just allow your hair to be free like that and just allow for the product to just, you know, evaporate and not be too strong. But yeah, that's it. Another super important part of taking care of your hair while you're wearing extensions is to always wear a satin bonnet to bed. So just because your hair is in extensions does not mean you should not wear a satin bonnet to bed, or doesn't mean that you don't need a satin bonnet. Definitely go in with your satin bonnet. There have been a few people that have asked me if my bonnet can fit long, you know, extensions like this one. So we're going to put it to the test, and I'm just going to show you what I do at night. I don't like to necessarily tie my extensions up here because it just has like a big bump on there. So I try not to tie them and just, you know, put them into the bonnet. So I like to have most of my hair up here because it allows me to have space to, you know, sleep on the side and on the other side, and also to sleep on the back of my hair if I need to. Meanwhile, if I tie it in like a, you know, with a hair tie up here, it's just too big. Or if I tie it at the back, then I can't sleep on my back, and it's too heavy when I move around in bed, if you know what I mean. So up here has been, yeah, I found it to be the best place. I mean, it's not all up here, but most of it is up here. So that's pretty much all I do to keep my hair well hydrated, moisturized during a long-term protective style. I do wash my hair around about the 1 month mark. And for that, I'm just going to show you. Around about the 1 month mark, I will put warm water into a little bottle like this one. And I'm just going to put my shampoo in here. And the reason for doing that, once again, is that the shampoo is pretty thick. So sometimes it can be a little bit difficult to allow it into the hair. And yeah, sometimes you can't rinse it out completely because it's too thick sitting in your hair. So I want to make it a little bit more liquidy by adding it to this bottle. So I'm using Lush for this. You can use whatever shampoos you've got, whatever your favorite shampoos are. And yeah, I'm just gonna put a little bit in there. And we're gonna give it a good shake. See that? There you go. That's your shampoo in there. And we're just gonna spritz it on the scalp. I am going to go ahead and use, you know, just the shampoo for the extensions, so you don't need to dilute the shampoo that goes into these extensions, because it's quite loose. The extensions are quite loose, as you can see. They're not tightly twisted together. Meanwhile, the hair up here, the cornrows, quite tightly braided together. You get the gist? So you can use just a normal shampoo and apply it to your extensions, no problem. But for my scalp up here, I'm gonna use that one. And that just helps allow for the shampoo to really get into the hair and cleanse it without, you know, just getting stuck. So that's all I had for you today, guys. I hope you've learned one or two things. Comment below, let me know how you're maintaining your natural hair in protective styles, long-term protective styles, or any styles for that matter. Let me know how the no comb challenge is going, what tips, tricks you're using to stay out of your hair and use absolutely no tools when handling your hair. Whew, I can't talk today. Until next time, it's Pamela Naturals. See ya. Oh, the hair smells so good and so fresh.